What's going on, world? Semet Fitness here. This is just me going out for a walk here. Just got out of the nice little Airbnb that I'm staying at, and I figured maybe I'll just go out for a random walk here. And actually, one of the things I wanted to speak on is the benefits of walking and why you should be doing it. I've been walking forever now, as have you. And one of the best things that you could do in your life is actually walk a lot. In my travels, a lot of European culture and blue zone cultures just in general, also not just the Europeans, but places like Okinawa, Japan, in the Middle East, they do things where they just go out for walks on a regular basis. And what it does is a few things. Helps with digestion because it's just basic movement. It's low steady state cardio without wear and tear on the joints. It's a lot more beneficial too than your traditional treadmill or elliptical. You get to go outside and breathe the fresh air and get that good prana, yeah? At the same exact time, you get to practice other things, you know, mental clarity. You get to get inside and hone in on your breath work. There's a few exercises based on Russian Sistema that just have to do with just walking and the paces that you do with them. Very, very fantastic for pretty much just reducing cortisol and producing mental clarity and focus. The other couple of aspects about walking is you actually got to know your neighborhood, you know. It's just a funny thing on how sometimes in life we hardly ever have time to even focus on breathing, on breath work. Like, we have to have seminars for that. I had a seminar about breath work, of course. You know, I don't expect everybody to know everything about breath work. However, there are a lot of things that, you know, come in play with the breath, and you know, people just don't get to know themselves. People just don't get to know their neighborhoods, their people, and walking just adds a little bit of benefit to that. You know, you get to see more of where you live. Just a little random thought there. Moreover, with walking in general, I'm a high fan of it because it's like my form of cardio, and I do it every day, and I do it quite often. I don't worry about how many steps I'm taking, whether if it's 10,000 steps or 30,000 steps or a million steps. You know, my profession as a coach is to sometimes travel from other buildings and other apartments and other training facilities to work with my clients, and that requires a lot of walking. So for me in general, I'm used to walking places that are an hour, 2 hours away, or 36 minutes away, or freaking, you know, 40 miles away. It's just normal for me. Not too long ago, actually yesterday, my buddy Yusuf and I, he's also known as the Lone Star Big Gun, big heavy lifter, we walked all the way to Trader Joe's, right where we are Airbnb-ing at, and it took about 2 hours to get there. The night before that, we did a 1 hour walk and then a 1 hour back, just, you know, figuring out Huntington Beach as a whole. Right now I'll show you guys where I'm walking towards. This is that's kind of like the main street area down there, where the piers are at. But back to my walking rant. You know, it just builds comfort. It builds good solitude and quiet and peace. And we don't give that to ourselves every now and then. My recommendation for the daily folks out there who are, you know, watching this and listening to this, when you go on your 30-minute break, take a 10-minute walk. Stan Efferding is well known for this. He's known as the Rhino, the strongest bodybuilder out there. Great guy, full of knowledge, and it's actually one of the inspirations I got for making this video. I've always wanted to talk about walking. I just ended up seeing that video and then ended up doing this. But yeah, just being open here, right? So I'm just giving my 2 cents. For the most part, when you look at communities that do a lot of walking, such as the blue zones, you really study the people who are on longevity, and these guys are all about community, walking, physical movement, and eating good wholesome food. And every single one of these places include walking within their lifestyle. It's just movement. It's just a basic principle of life. You know, you can burn fat walking. You know, you can get so much more from walking outside in your neighborhood than you can ever achieve from doing it on a treadmill. You know, it's just not as organic in my opinion. Just going over our rants here, you know, just things that fly on the mindset. But right now, I'm actually still learning the streets here of Huntington Beach. There's people here who as they're smiling at me because they see me filming here. It's funny. They must know that I'm a tourist or something. But nonetheless, it's really about it, you know? Just walk more, move more. It's very important, you know? Helps reduce stress, helps reduce cortisol. You get time to yourself. If you're somebody who has those 9 to 5 jobs with like a 30-minute break, take a 10-minute walk and then, you know, maybe eat something first and then get your 10-minute walk so you can digest it better. That's the other thing about walking. You know, as I mentioned before, it helps you digest your food. Yeah, that's really about it. It's just an early morning here, so I'm feeling good vibes and I'm just chilling. So I honestly just kind of woke up, did my little routine, and I just got to making this video. That's pretty much it, folks. Well, I hope you figured that, you know, walking is important and it's beneficial for you, because it's quite obvious at this point in time. And try the Stan Efferding way of walking, where he does 3 10-minute walks a day. It's better to do 3 10-minute walks a day than just getting it in 30 minutes all in one shot. So if I were you, my recommendation would probably be maybe a 10-minute walk with the dog, a 10-minute walk for your break, maybe a 10-minute walk towards you know, towards your house, or maybe 10-minute walking towards your car. I remember a little funny story. Out in Spain, I remember a story where I was hanging out with a couple people there and some family, and they literally had parked their car about like 20 minutes away from the restaurant that we were gonna eat at, and they did this because they wanted to walk. So, I mean, it just goes to show you the importance of it, right? Anyways, peace, blessings. I hope you found this useful. That's pretty much it for my rant. These videos, as you see, clearly are not scripted. I'm just kind of going with the flow here. Alright guys, I'm heading over to the main street here. I'll give you a quick look, and here we go. It's a bit of Huntington Beach for you. Nice little palm trees and all that stuff. Alright.